Hi, my name is Caspar. Today I want to talk to you about something very different to what I've spoken about ever for the last 7 years on my YouTube channel, which is YouTube money and about people on YouTube changing. I started YouTube when I was 16 years old. It took me 2 years to get 1,000 subscribers. The reason I started YouTube was definitely not for money. It didn't exist back then. I wanted somewhere to kind of be like crazy and different and maybe thrive at. I wanted to be good at something, and I thought YouTube is the thing for me. 2 years later, I figured out it would be hard to grow in South Africa. And I made like £2,000, so I said to my mom, I'm moving to London, I'm gonna pay for myself, you don't have a choice. And she's like, thank God, I wanted you to leave the house. Thanks, Mom. But anyway, I moved to London with around £2,000, very scared because, you know, that's not a lot of money in London, especially if you're paying for yourself to live there. But luckily, things kept working on YouTube and I started to do really well, and I started to invest and things built up. And when I was 21 years old, my stepdad phoned me and said, hello, Caspar. That's my best Irish accent, guys. What I wanted to tell you was, you've just made your first £1 million. I was like, oh my God. 21 and I've made £1 million from doing what I love. This is freaking crazy. Caspar, you've deserved it. You've worked really hard. You've taken a risk, and just be fucking careful, alright? That was it. My stepdad, someone I really respect, told me to be careful. So I invested all of that money into property, businesses, and gave something back as well to my old school. I put someone on a scholarship there, and I'm also building houses in South Africa. But the thing I've been lucky enough to learn is that money doesn't make you happy. But what it does give you is freedom. And the more money you can create, the more jobs you can provide, the more things can improve for people around you. Like, it's so cool to be able to create things that you love and also be rewarded for them, and then to help others. A big example of this was the Caspar book. I gave my mom the opportunity to make enough money by doing that book to be financially free for the first time at the age of 60. Now I want to talk about what I've been noticing a lot on this website and you know, actually in the media as well, is that when any really successful YouTuber does really well at something, they get a bit attacked for it because people are like, oh, you don't do anything, you just sit in your room and make videos. Oh, you're only selling that product because you want to make tons of money and exploit your young fans. But in actual fact, these YouTubers, they're providing jobs for hundreds of people in different ways. Maybe they're not employing them directly, but for example, if a YouTuber makes a book, there's people who work at the factory, there's people who deliver the book, there's people at the bookshop, there's the publisher, there's pretty much tons of different people. And when I see ZOELLA getting attacked, she creates awesome things all the time. Sometimes people don't judge her for them, sometimes they do. With this advent calendar, people think it's too expensive. That's fine. You don't have to buy it. I don't want to go into too much detail because I feel like people have been arguing it out for the last few days. All I want to say is that she's an amazing human being who's been extremely lucky, but has worked extremely hard to be where she is today. Media always have to find the absolute worst in everything. They don't talk about all the good things she's done. Can we just, from now on, as a community, give people the benefit of the doubt? Would you do the same thing if you were in that position? Would you make a book? Would you make a movie? Would you make a song? If you were young and someone came to you with that opportunity, would you do it? If you wouldn't, that's fine. But then why would you judge people for doing stuff? They're trying things. We should encourage people trying things and making mistakes, and that's fine. Of course, if they're disgusting human beings and doing things to like purposely hurt others, then you definitely call them out. And even if they create something that you don't like so much, that's fine. Say, I don't like this product. I guess the final point, which links back to this all, is that when people say YouTubers have changed, yes, YouTubers are going to change because they're getting older. I know a lot of the first YouTubers who are doing very well now, they were like 16 when they started and they are in their 20s. And I think if you've been watching that same amount of time, I'm sure you've changed just as much. Change is great. Without me changing at all, I think my channel would be completely irrelevant by now. But the fact that I was able to see, oh my God, I've been doing this for so long, I need to get some really cool guests on my channel, like actors and singers, and they eventually did it, allowed my channel to keep growing, and now it's a place where people can come on from all walks of life, from YouTube, from entertainment. If I didn't change my content or what I did, I don't think people would keep watching. 6 of my 7 days a week are spent building my companies. Because when I was 12 years old, the first person I ever sent fan mail to was Richard Branson. And from a very young age, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And now to get to the point where I'm sitting on a panel with him, I'm like, holy shit, I can do tons of things and be fine about it, and maybe I don't need to hide them from my viewers. This is why I wanted to just make a video and basically say to you guys, thank you so much. I would not be here today without you. These YouTubers would also not be here today without themselves. And you need to allow them to make mistakes because they're just human. I'll see you guys next week with something completely different, and bye!